Each neuron has a single axon, which arises from the cell body at a region called the axon hillock. Axons can branch, forming axon collaterals. At their terminal ends, axons can branch profusely, forming thousands of endings called axon terminals. The action potential, or outgoing signal, is generated at the axon hillock and conducted along the axon to the axon terminals. Click the axon hillock to see the action potential.
Okay, let me remind you that the axon hillock is a protuberance of the neuron where it produces chemical neurotransmitters, where it is conveyed or transported across the axon fiber. And remember, the axon fiber, although it is called the fiber, it is in fact an extension of the cytoplasm of the neuron.
Some axons are covered with an insulating material called myelin sheath, which is produced by the support cells of the nervous system. To illustrate the formation of myelin sheath, we will look at how the Schwann cells, support cells in the peripheral nervous system, produce myelin. To see the process of myelination, click the axon.
There is also another process of myelination that occurs in the central nervous system, and this is carried out by another group of neuroglial cells called the oligodendrocytes. The process of which is quite complex because oligodendrocyte is capable of myelinating several nerve fibers at the same time. In this particular animation, what you will see is the myelination process of a Schwann cell, wherein each Schwann cell is only capable of producing a single segment of myelin along a single nerve fiber.
As a Schwann cell wraps around and around the axon in the process of myelination, its cytoplasm is squeezed out. The tightly wound cell membrane becomes the actual insulation. To see the process of myelination again, click the Schwann cell. Because Schwann cells are small compared to the length of an axon, it takes many of them to insulate a single axon. Neighboring Schwann cells do not touch each other, so there are gaps in the myelin sheath where the axon membrane is exposed to the extracellular space. These gaps, called the nodes of Ranvier, are essential for conduction of the action potential. Click the axon to see an action potential conducted along a myelinated axon.
The node of Ranvier is a special structure along a myelinated nerve fiber because it is the one that facilitates the process of saltatory conduction, a mechanism that allows faster transmission of nerve impulses because it depicts an action wherein where the impulse jumps over every node of Ranvier, making it faster to travel along the length of the axon.
Here's a summary of what we've covered. Neurons have receptive and integrated regions, the dendrites and cell body, which receive and integrate incoming signals. Neurons also have a conductive region, the axon, which generates and transmits an outgoing signal. Axons vary in length from 1 or 2 millimeters to more than 1 meter. Some axons are insulated with myelin sheath,